Hi, Shivas.
Hi, Shivas.
Today we're going to take an update with Jodi on her dating challenge. And we want you all to take the dating challenge with Jodi. So I'm going to start
Well, not you married people. Well, you could, I guess. Just take your spouse.
How about we limit it to the single people out there?
Yeah.
Okay. So
we need a support group.
Yeah, I really want a lot of you to be involved, so I'm going to start finding other single people to do this with you, Jodi. I think you'd have more fun.
Yeah, I know.
Because remember when we were all on Match.com together?
Yeah.
But that got a little sticky because there were a couple of times where like people were talking to the same person and didn't know it. And
well, how do you not know? Because we had pictures of each other on our sites, so it was just weird. But yeah, we were finding the same men.
There were two people I worked with who went out with the same guy, and they were not friends, but I was friends with both of them. And I'm like, this sounds familiar.
I think we only ran into that once, but it was enough. They're like, ugh, kind of creepy. Okay, so where do I stand?
We're on step 6 of that link we gave you earlier.
Should we go through 1 through 5 or no? Do we want to give a little summation?
Sure, we can do that real quick.
Yeah, real fast. Oh yeah, we did all this. So obstacles, exterior obstacles, I really have none. I have no excuse. All of my obstacles are internal that I need to work through. Do I really want to get married? Yeah, of course. I mean, I see the marriage you have, and I see the marriage my mom has and my dad has, and I want that. Of course I do. Be happy now. I think I got that conquered.
Yes, you're very happy.
Know what kind of person you want to marry and know yourself. So I know me pretty well. The kind of person I want to marry, I think I've been maybe concentrating a little too much on the superficial, scratching the surface kind of things. Like I said, I want a guy who loves sports. Well, duh, most men do. And that's a silly thing to take up on my list. And it's really not that important.
I think it's also important when you are on a dating website to be careful how much you limit your search, because I had a very specific image of what I wanted, and I would get a little annoyed when people wrote me that weren't within that ballpark.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a little bit of an education snob. I have in my life dated guys who did not go to college, but I really never intended to marry one. And, you know, things like that, if they wrote in, I'd be like, eh. But one of the things that JB would not have got through the filter of what I had there, because he was out of the age range that I put on there. So, yes, we're very happy, but if I had been completely strict and said, I don't want anybody to have anything to do with contacting me if they don't meet those criteria, then I would have lost out on him. That's not how we met, but I'm just saying. So
good. Well, that's good advice. Okay. So now this wants me to list in writing 10 qualities that you require. See, they're saying require.
I think that you should think of it as required, things you won't settle for. Because how often do we go out with somebody and they're not exactly perfect match for us, but we're like, oh, we are having fun, blah, blah. Well, if there's certain things you really care about. My dad told me once, I was going out with some guy, and, you know, he wasn't, the guy was really nice, but he wasn't, like, perfect for me. And I said, well, we're not going to get married or anything. And my dad said, well, you really shouldn't go out on any dates with anybody you know for a fact you're not going to marry. You know, what's the point of that? I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, very poignant of your dad. So I guess, without taking up too much time on this video, making my list of top 10, I just think like things that are innately happy, that's really important. Because people who aren't happy, it's not like you can make them happy. Right.
You want somebody who sees their life as a glass full.
Yeah, and appreciative and that kind of stuff. So grateful is huge.
Yeah. You know? Interested in bettering themselves.
Yeah, and takes pride in themselves. That's kind of all-encompassing. I mean, when you think about being physically active and being educated, and that's just taking pride in yourself and the kind of person you are and you want to be. So, and I'm taking some of this from Mom and Al's little quiz that I gave them the other day, too, because I asked them to come up with a list, or just like 2-3 quick, just off the top of their head, the things that they think made their marriage work. And kind of the same recurring themes kept coming up.
I think that's a good idea. They say to pick mentors.
Yeah, that's on the list. Mentors. I think you're a good mentor, because the way you and JB deal with conflict it's really good. It really is.
I don't know. You guys don't actually see it by enough. It would be interesting to see if my immediate family would agree with you. But we do fight like cats and dogs, but I think we try to come out of it still friends.
But the way you approach your squabbles, I will call them, I think is very healthy.
Something I've been trying to do in recent years is realize that I do love this person, so it's not really about me winning, because it's about us winning.
Oh, that's really good. Write that down. It's about us winning. That's good. I like that. Okay, so I will come up with my list, but I think it's going to be that kind of thing. Like more personality or more outlook on life sort of thing. Not so much the must have brown hair and must be this age.
I mean, I think it's like I give you a hard time a lot about you wanting this like amazingly hot guy and being picky about that, and you're like, well, I have to be attracted, and I do agree that you should be very attracted to your significant other, and that's one thing you probably shouldn't.
But
skip
okay,
on.
this is something that I asked Mom and Al, and I'll ask you too. I mean, can attraction grow if you don't have that immediate magnetism to them? Because I've not found that yet. Really, I think all of the boyfriends, and I've had quite a few boyfriends, but I always had an instant, kind of chemistry with them, or I was really attracted to them.
Well, this is my answer. I saw JB, and the very second I first saw him, I wanted to marry him. So there was a definite immediate physical attraction to him, and I thought about him a lot way before we even talked. So I definitely was physically attracted to him. But I did date my share of unattractive men, and you know this. You and Tanya once said something like, I was good about going
Giving
on
people a chance.
Yes, that's the way you put it. But I'm telling you that my first boyfriend, very smart boy and everything, not that yummy. And I fell so in love with him. You know, I've talked about him forever. I mean, I was crazy in love with him.
So attraction can grow.
It definitely grew with him. And then my second boyfriend also, not very yummy. But
I don't know who that is.
And I think that's exciting.
No. Okay.
And I guess it grew with him too. But I think it can grow. I do think it can grow.
If you guys have opinions on this, please share with me, because I've not had that experience yet. And I'm skeptical.
I don't know. My answer is, I guess I don't know if it matters whether you have that instantaneous attraction.
Well, it's not that it matters. It's like, can it grow? Can it come from a place where you were not attracted?
It has in my experience. I have dated guys that I did not initially find attractive. You know, the kind that if you were set up on a blind date, when you saw the picture, you might not be like, oh, yes! And I have enjoyed the company of these people.
Okay. And Al said the same thing. He, without even hesitating, he said, yes, it can grow.
So I would guess that.
Okay. I will keep that in mind before being too judgy. Okay. So list and writing top 10 qualities you require and desire. Okay, I'll work on that.
Okay, so maybe we should stop with that for today. And then the next post we'll talk about Jodi's positive qualities.
Aww.
That should be easy.
Aww.
Come up with lots of nice things.
I love her. Okay, so work on your top 10 list of things that you require. And don't be superficial about it. You don't require an age thing. You don't require a certain look necessarily. Maybe you do. Maybe that's really, really important to you. I don't know. Or maybe you want certain genetic qualities in your children. I don't know. But what are your top 10? Let's do this together. Well, really, though. I mean, if you really want a brown-eyed, brown-haired child and...
I've never heard of... The only thing I've ever heard of anybody saying anything remotely like that about their children...
You watch soap operas.
This might not come out the right way. But one time I heard somebody talking about dating within their own race because they wanted their child to look within their own race. Yeah. But that's the only time I've ever heard anybody talk about wanting a certain color eye or anything.
Oh, I don't know. It just came to my head. I'm like, maybe really somebody does want certain physical qualities for whatever reason is yours. It's your reason, so...
But I think you guys don't even have to limit to the 10, and I'm going to try to find my list that I made for JB. And it's not just one list, because first I made that one list, and then I was reading all these books, and it got to be like pages. But I'm going to try to find it and put it up for you guys.
You need to put that in a book or something, or in your wedding book or something. So please do this with me. I need help, and I need friends.
Okay,
I need support.
We're going to get you. We're looking for a team of like 10 to 20 people to do this with Jodi. So be on our team. Okay, bye, Shivas.